sea, swept by current, swallowed by a wave. Take heed, they'll say, no, no need to get out, just stay on a lovely holiday.
Welcome back, or welcome to another episode of Keeping It Cartel. I am Sloan, aka the Cloud Cartel, and I am on my own again today. I love being on my own. We can just sit and chat shit and just talk shit. So I actually going to start doing a bit of at least I know what I'm fucking talking about rather than me just rambling. But first and foremost, just want to thank all of you for spending this time to keep this show going, because without you, I'd be sitting here chatting to myself. So thank you for taking the time to out of your Friday nights to come spend it with me. Massive shout out to Tobias, who decides to watch this on the replay and is sitting out in his garden enjoying the sunset over in Germany. So hope you had a good night, mate, and I'll catch you on the replay. We're going to go straight into Vape Buffet before we do anything else. And there's a couple of newbies that we'll be talking about, but obviously straight off the bat, we got the heavy hitter with the Apocalypse. And inside that, I found this in, I've done a massive clear out and I found a load of new liquids I didn't even know I had. So we got Mountain Dew Slushy by Darkstar. Do you know, it's not too bad. It vapes. So I can't complain about that one. It's I done a Jackson and put fuck tons of cool larder in it, and it's really cold. So it's really nice. I'm enjoying that at the moment. We have a newbie that I'll be talking about in a minute inside the sup box, and inside that we have some Black Bess by Black Rose Elixir. Lastly, I'm on the old billet box with the wicked button, and inside that is something else we're going to talk about in a minute, which is this little bad boy here, the truss. And inside that there is another liquid that I fell in love with a long time ago and couldn't find it, and managed to get some, which is Cucumber Cooler by Tropic King. That's an outstanding liquid, especially for this time of year when it's bloody hot. And also part of the water crew, we have loads of water because you need to stay hydrated. So that is me. So everyone in chat, if you just chuck in what you're vaping on, it'd be good to know what you guys are vaping on. So what we're going to do, we usually do, run to the top of chat, say hello to everybody that has come in. My mouse has stopped working, so I'm now having to use the trackboard on the computer, so it might take me a couple of seconds to click on buttons. Straight off the bat, Free Rider Vapor. Hello, mate. We have the one, the only Queen Vicky. See how the show's going. Vapor Queen Becky. We have the Vaping Snowman. We have Dean T. We got Phil over at Vape Hut, or as I like to call it, the Vaping Hut. We also have Blazing Vapes. Hello, mate. Long time no see. Hope you're doing well. And that's it in chat at the moment. I can see we've got a lot more people on. So, but jump in and say hello and make yourself known. So we've got a couple of topics to talk about today. It's not really, some of them are topics. Some of them is just me having a bit of a ramble. I went out and we got some new stuff in. So I wanted to sort of show them off, and if you guys have got them, find your opinion. Daniel Diaz, hello, mate. I hope everything's good. I don't know if any of you have got this. Phil's got the Cthulhu AO with the vape snail built by me and some Rockford Project Crimson Seed. Never tried Rockford Project. I sort of need to. Built this. I'm going to butcher the name of this. The Atemporal RBA by Dan Vape. It's the one with I don't know if you can see it. It's got little mesh, strips that you roll up, and then you put them in, and that's what feeds the liquid up into your wicks at the top. I was really, when it came in, I was a bit like, oh god, here we go. Oh, we got Scott Woods in. Hello, mate, and we got Jessica B. Hello, I hope everything's good. It was surprisingly easy to build, extremely weird to wick, and a beautiful vape. I am really enjoying this. I didn't like it on the billet box. I really couldn't get on with it on the billet box, only because where you got the airflow up here, if you look at the billet box, there's nothing. You got the airflow on the side. So the airflow would literally have to, let me take the back off this, come out of here, because that's where it would be, come down, through that hole, and through that side, in and up. And it just didn't, it tasted extremely turbulent and a bit manky. And so I thought, well, sod it, I'll pull it out and throw it in the sup box. And do you know what? It's great. I'm really enjoying this. I filled this tank up about 5 times already. All you do is this little bottom bit, you slide that across, and you fill it up there. The problem with it is, if you're not careful, you can just pull the pin straight out. So there's no actual notch on this side to stop you pulling all that off. That's the only downside. And the airflow is just a little bit of plastic that you push up and down over the airflow. There's other inserts as well for the airflow side, but I got a 0.26 coil in there. Nice little rumble. Really flavorful. Wicks really well. It's got 4 mesh strips, mesh that you roll up and push them into the holes underneath the deck, and then you literally just lay your wicks on top of it. So obviously the mesh will draw it up and then goes into the wicks. You get extra like these little plugs that you can plug into the holes, and only you can use because it has 4 in, so you can cut it down to 2, or yeah, you could probably only do 4 or 2 because wicks either side. But I would say I'm the next time I'm gonna recoil it. I'm gonna use just 2 because 4, I found that it's really nicely saturated, but sometimes it oversaturates, so you get a bit of a wet vape. I'm really enjoying this. I didn't think I would. It was a weird one to build. I cut mine at I cut my legs at 5.5 and a half, and just got it just underneath the chimney at the top, and that seems to have been a really nice a really nice position. I want to drop it down to 5 and see if I can get it closer to the airflow a little bit more, so that might bring out some more flavor. But single core, I don't know what they retail at. I think they retail at about 30-35 quid. I would say if you guys are getting into Boro world, just be mindful of where the airflow actually is. I know you can get panels. I know Dan Vape do panels where on the side they have airflow slots on the side here, so it could mean, I think they're like 16-17 quid. I know they're not pricey. You can go and get yourself some Dan Vape panels for your billet box and run it on there. But I'm really enjoying it on the sub box. I think it's just going to stay there. I did have the vape snail on there for well over a year, and it worked perfectly. But I think that's the new home for it. Has anyone else got the? I know I'm butchering his name. Atemporal by Dan Vape, and I think it's the Mind Flare is the other guy that made it. Thanks, Redsbeards. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I would say go out, get yourself an. I'm gonna have to say it again. Atemporal, whatever it is. You go over and get yourself one because they're well worth it. Obviously, I'm not too sure about the Pulse, whether they have airflow slots on the side. I haven't really had a good look at them, but I would suggest going and getting one. There you go. Phil's tried it. He thought it was really good. He really liked the whatever it's called. Second one, I'm still down the board. To be honest, I only picked this up because I was sitting at the computer, but the last couple of days, it's just been the billet box and the sub box. But I got picked up as well the truss bridge. I've been looking at it for such a long time. I just never got I never got around to actually picking one up. I've just been a bit of a bridged V2 fanboy, and then before that, the Molan bridge, which was a really good cheap bridge. But decided to get one of them, and it's outstanding. I wouldn't say it's better than Wicked V2. It's not as good. It vapes differently. I find it's more open airflow. It's gets a good little. Got some new coils in there that I can't say whether I'm going to release them or not because they're a bastard to build, but these are coming out at a 0.56. So hopefully, if these coils stand up to, I'm just going to rag them in this for a good couple of weeks and see how they do. Re-wick it a couple of times, and if they're up to standard, I will consider making a couple of pairs and selling them because the flavour of these are so good. So yeah, that's the truss. Piece of piss to build. I was really surprised how easy it was to build. The issue I had with it was wicking it. I found wicking the truss a bit of a pain in the arse because from the sides of the coils to the side of the actual bridge deck, there's not much room, and you've got to somehow get the wicks into it and then down, because it's not just wicking from those holes. Underneath the bridge, there's big holes as well, so you need to dam underneath and the side as well. So it did take me like a good couple of minutes to actually get them in each side, because it really confused me. I was like, oh shit, I put too much of a big coil in there. But MTL coil, so I thought, well, it's not too big. It must just be me. Hello, mate. Hope everything's good. But no, it just turns out it was just a bit of a bugger to wick. But once I wicked it, it's running a dream. I've run probably about 30 mils through the truss, and a good, I would say this is about 5 tanks worth, and I think these are like 4 mil each. So that's how many times I filled up. And do you know what? I've had no urge to pick up a mech. I've had no urge to pick up like proper low ohm coils, or even running the ether bridge in the abyss. I've just been predominantly vaping them two. And do you know what? Outstanding flavour. I'm getting flavour off. Hello, Mike Haynes. Hope you're doing very well. Thank you for taking the time. So I know you're a very, very busy man to coming in and chatting shit with me for a little while. But yeah, I would say if you're looking for under 50 quid and you're looking for a new bridge, go for the, I'm going to butcher it again, but I'm just going to do it for the sake of it, a temporal, and go pick up the truss. Either or, they're both outstanding bridges, and I'm really happy with them. I know the truss has been out for a little while now, but still stands up. It still stands up, hands down, up there with some of the better ones. So yeah, I thought I'd give you a little bit of a new shiny that's come in. I don't think anything else has come in yet. I've mixed up some new liquids. I decided to try my hand at a bit of DIY and made a fuck ton of this. Oh, you can't really see it too well, but yeah, rather than doing 10 mils to try, I done a full 250 mil with it. It don't smell too bad, but it's a bit pungent. So this is what is this? This is going down the mandarin orange and some other tropical fruits, and lots and lots of cool ardor. So you never know. It might be nice. I just done it because I wanted to give it a go, because I've tried mixing so many times and it's all come out horrendous. So that one on the knuckle, bit strong, but I only done it today. So let's give it a week or two, and hopefully it comes out not too bad. But has anyone else got anything new that they've purchased? Doesn't have to be vape wise, that they want to share with us. I know there's a lot of stuff coming out at the moment. We've had a bit of an influx of new products, especially new mechs that I've seen, and yeah, you never know. I was thinking about treating myself to a new mech, because my work mech has basically shit the bed a little bit. As you can see, it was black. Now it's just gone a bit manky. The problem with it now is if I'm at work and I'm outside having a bit of a puff, because it's copper, the inside of your hand goes a bit green, and it just stinks of copper. So that's the issue I'm having at the moment. I am gonna coat it and keep it, but I do want to get on and get a new mech, but the heavy hitter is an outstanding mech, and I'm even considering just getting another one, because even though I don't know if you guys have had the same issue, I've had quite a few issues with the button, but over time, understanding that it has its flaws, just literally with how the button works, it's an outstanding mech. Hits hard, does what it says on the tin, and you can't really complain. But yeah, that's been my only thinking of doing anything new. But the problem is, when you go down the mech game, you end up spending shitloads of money. So, and I don't have a lot of money to spend at the moment, because little ones and all that stuff. But hey, we'll have to wait and see. But I could easily go out and pick up another heavy hitter for like same price as one of those Boro tanks. But I've seen it in chat. People are dropping in that, oh, what's this? Mike Haynes got the Eclipse Dual. I've been looking at that. Phil's lost his TM24 single coil wedge. How you managed to lose that, mate? It's jammed in there quite tight. Scott Wood bought a Pulse Boro Pearly to make a wooden body. Nice. Do you know what? I haven't tried the vessel. Yeah, I've got it in the garage. I just keep meaning to bring it out and build it, but whenever I go into basically what I do is I clean everything out and they're all in boxes in a big storage box. And when I fancy building something new, I just go there and just have a rummage and see what I fancy, pull out. And somehow I always miss the vessel. So I will next time go and pick that because I've heard good and bad stuff about it, but I want to try it out for myself. Dean T's waiting for RDA for vaping V2. I've got a love-hate relationship with the RDA for vaping. Don't get me wrong, it's an outstanding RDA. The flavor on it is great. I just can't build it. Every time I've built it, I've always somehow, no matter how low I put the coils, I burn the crap out of the drip tip. And then it just gets red hot and I end up burning my lips and I end up not enjoying it. But I know it's an outstanding RDA. I should have really got the cloud cap that they started doing, but I never got around to getting one. But I'm intrigued to see about the RDA vaping V2. I've heard that they're doing that. I don't know whether it looks completely different or if it's just like the same, but just like a revisited. So just sorting out some issues, which to be honest, from the outset, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. It was me. And I held my hands up and said, I just can't get on with it. But it is a cracking RDA. I should really pull that back out and try and give it a go, see if I can get that thing running without melting plastic or burnt lips. Mike saying, Dean, that sounds a good one. Quite fancy the RDA for vaping. Dean T first is a cracking RDA. It's a pretty good tank. I was looking at the Eclipse. I look at pretty much a lot. I look at loads of stuff, but I just never end up picking them up. Then I forget about them. I cleaned out and think it went down the sink. The cap makes all the difference. I told you, there's something about that Ultim insert for the single coil. It's just a game changer for the TM24. And so top of the coils at the top of the lip inside the tank without the top screw. Oh, okay, I get you. Yeah, I don't know if do you know what? I probably will be able to pick up the Eclipse cap somewhere. Someone's probably still got some laying about. See, I like what Palmer's Powders are doing with his the RDAs for vaping. Some of the work he's doing on them are outstanding. Mike Haynes on the Scepter stack with Armageddon. And guess what it is? What is in it, Phil? Also on the Snow Wolf 213 with Aromorite. I can't get my words out today. Aromamizer V3 and Serendipity Vanilla Sky and Blaze on the Legend and his own Orange Cool Mix. Orange Cool Mix sound really good. I haven't tried the Blaze. Vanilla Sky, outstanding liquid. I smashed through one bottle so quickly. Got another one at the moment that I've had to hide along with the lemon sherbet one, which is another outstanding liquid. The lemon sherbet is such a good liquid. I don't like lemons and I don't like sherbet. And I especially don't like lemons when it comes to vape liquid. And I also especially don't like sherbet when it comes to vape liquid. But somehow that liquid just, that's just outstanding. I don't know how he's done it, but that was, it's up there. It's up there with one of the better liquids that I've tried. It's in top tier, should we say. I only have a couple of liquids in my top tier. But I don't know if you guys are the same. We're going majorly off topic, but I don't really care. I don't know if you're the same. I have probably about 5 of my legacy liquids, I could call them. And I probably swap out 2 at the most. just for like seasons. Winter, it could be something else. In the summer, I'll go back to what I vaped last summer. I've always got my legacy, but I always don't buy them often. I might buy them once every couple of months at the most, because I don't know if you guys have seen. Scott Wood sent me a bottle of my all-time favorite liquids, which is the Cucumber Cantaloupe by Bloom. I ploughed for 100 mils in a week. 3 days it was. Fourth day, I left a little bit and put it in the drawer just to keep it. I just get a bit too obsessed, so I try not to buy it as much. Own Boy Mango is my all-time favorite liquid. I can burn through a whole 100 ml bottle in a day, so I try not to buy it because it's pricey. Got 3 bottles and I've pushed them out for 3 months, and I've still got a bottle and a half left because I hide it down the back. So I normally just pick what's in the front, because all my liquids are split into fruits and desserts, and all my best ones are at the back, and all the good ones that I like but they're not legacy are always forward. So I try and get rid of the forward ones, and then occasionally, if I've got time, it's my day off, I rebuild something and I spend a bit of time on it and go, do you know what? I'll break out the mango, or I'll break out this, and then just sit there and vape for a while, then put it back, re-wick it, and put something else on. I will never vape that stuff continuously, because for me it's a waste. Because I will sit here for like 2 hours if I'm doing something, and I will just burn through the liquid. I'll just vape it on. I'll put it into everything I've got. So I'll have it in like a billet box. I'll have it in a mech. I'll have it in the series mech. I'll have it in whatever's on the desk. It will just go in, and then I end up burning through it so quick, then I get upset because I ain't got none left. So I try and put them away. Phil says I can never not have Kanzi by 12 Monkeys. I know it's old, but I still love it. I've never actually tried 12 Monkeys. When I first started vaping, I saw them everywhere, but I never actually got around to buying it, because my first ever vape liquid was a DIY from a shop in Kansas City, Missouri, called KC Vapes. I don't know if they're still about, and it was their own strawberry cheesecake, and I bought a litre of it. I went and bought 200 mils when I stopped smoking, and then before I left, bought a litre, took it home with me, ploughed through that, and then I went on to Breezy Shake. I don't know if you remember that bike. I think the company was called Black Market, and they had other ones like Shamrock Shake and all that sort of stuff. So, and then I went on to that, and then I was just chasing desserts for ages, and it was a long time till I then moved on to the fruits. Oh, hang on, there's a question there. Oh, Ern saying Own Boy Mango is what turned me on to try another fruits liquid. See, I was never a desserts. I don't even know what my one was that turned me. I'll tell you, I do actually know what it was. It was Ultimate Puff Rainbow. It was a pretty nasty liquid, but just the amount of Coolada in it, and then the hit of the fruit, I was like, oh shit, I didn't know you could vape like this. And then I was straight down that rabbit hole. Mike Haynes saying, Sloan, what is your prized mech, and what is your go-to mech? That's a weird one, because I don't own too many. I don't really buy too much stuff, so I sort of like prize. But my prized one would have to be my Tree of Life series mech by Tree of Life. It's a series unregulated. I love this thing. This gets used every morning. I don't take it out with me. I'll either use it in the morning, or if I'm on a show late in the evening, I might break it out again. But if I'm not on the show, I will not vape it, only in the morning. And that predominantly, surprisingly, has Vanilla Sky in it. And that is for my morning coffee. And that's normally got some sort of desserty, custardy goodness in it. And that's what I have in my morning coffee. So I would say that is my prize mech, and probably my go-to in the morning. But work-wise, I've tried taking the Denali to work. I tried taking the the Suicide Sidefire one to work. I just didn't feel safe with them. This button is if you don't want it to fire, it won't fire. It's a proper workhorse. So I would say this is probably my go-to because I know it inside out. I know how it hits, and yeah, I just love this thing. So that would be my go-to. Dean T saying I have 5 legacy liquids, trying to expand to 10, but it's going to take a lot of trying new liquids. Yeah, do you know what? It's really weird. All my all my legacy liquids have always been not ones I found, the ones that people have told me about and or have given me and said, "Oh, let's try this," and I'll try and go, fuck, I'm gonna have to buy some. Ownboy Mango. I was told to try that because I was trying to find a good mango, and I know quite a lot of you from England, so you can understand. You can go into about 5 years ago, you'd go into like vape shops, and they would have like the higher end, and then they would have like the £5 liquids. I thought I'd be smart and go through the £5 ones because then it's not a lot of money if I bugger it. Forgetting that if you paid more, it's better quality. And someone was like, "Oh, you need to try this Own Boy Mango if you're trying to find a good mango." Just this guy that worked at the vape shop, I can't remember his name now. And he was like, he's heard nothing but amazing things. And then I understood Own Boy through Grim Green. I was like, do you know what? Fuck it, I'll try it. Bought a bottle for 25 quid and plowed through it in 2 days. So that's how I found that one. Cucumber Cantaloupe was the same shop. It was like, Ads, you like weird liquids, try this. And I ended up buying 6 bottles there and then. So, yeah, I've never found one on my own. I've always been given it or recommended it. I don't think I've ever found a liquid that I fell in love with just from. Oh no, tell a lie. There's been one liquid that's in my custard legacy liquids that I found on my own, and it's outstanding. It was Odin's Oven strawberries and cream. It's a strawberry and cream Danish pastry, and that's got some good taste to it. So if any of you can get hold of it, I would suggest going and buy it. They're normally on sale whenever I see them for like $7.99 or something for 120 ml. I can't remember what site it was. It's one of those e-cig ones, that sort of type job. Yeah, I would suggest going and picking it up. If Phil's saying if it hadn't been destroyed by TPD, I would say Milk and Cookies by Kilo. Kilo done a liquid called Sour I think it was Sour Sweet or something, and it was in their premium line. It had like the yellow logo with all like glittery writing. That was outstanding. Got one bottle in the sale, couldn't find it again. Mike Haynes saying he's got a RCM Infinity. I have unboxed but not fired yet. See, RCM, that is up there with some of the ones I want. I love the Alien one. I want the Mando, and I would consider stealing it off Duchess. If he's in chat, I will steal it if I ever see you. Because that Mando with the RDA for vaping on top just looks outstanding. But RCM is great. Method 1 mix, I love as well. Death Wish, I love a Death Wish mosh. Always wanted the Ghost Ship. Could never get my hands on one. Sewer Rug, hello mate. Hope you're feeling better. Own Boy Mango tends to be a bit on the sweet side, but good every once in a while. Exactly, you burn through it. Dean T, don't get me wrong, I also listen to recommendations. It is not like I go to a vape shop and pick whatever. That's what I used to do. I used to go and pick 5 or 6 liquids and just go, oh, that sounds good, and just try them all out. And for a $5, you can't really go wrong with 50 ml, but you can because it's pretty horrendous liquids. I think the worst liquid I ever tasted, and guys, put it in chat if you've got the worst liquid you've ever tried. It was on sale at a reputable vape shop. It was £5 originally, down to £2 because they were getting rid of it. And it was a deep fried strawberry Twinkie. And the bottle was like an amber color, the liquid in the bottle. And I was like, oh, that could be quite nice. Took it to work, opened it. The smell made me gag. I vaped it and was on the brink of throwing up. I had 2 puffs of it. It smelled so bad. A guy that I was outside, I'm good mates with, he's one of my testers. He was like, "As you ain't vaping that," and literally just threw it in the bin. He was like, "That's fucking disgusting." I'm gagging, he's gagging. And to this day, I cannot remember the name of the company that made it, but it was actually the worst liquid that I've ever tried. So if any of you guys have had any horrendous liquids that you've tried. Don't give the name, just give the profile of what it is. It'll be quite interesting to find that one out. Right, we will. Whilst you guys, if you have any, throw it in chat. We're going to move on to the next topic in a sec, but going to give me a second, and I'm going to have a sip of water and a quick puff. But until then, or whilst I'm doing that, these are in no way a sponsor of the show. I don't get anything from it, but they are the best cotton company in the world. That is Cloud9 Cotton, in my opinion, best cotton company out there. The greatest vaping experience. I was a Cotton Bacon Prime user from day dot. Apart from the first bag, which was Firebolt, then went straight on to Cotton Bacon. I haven't looked back from Cloud9 since. The lovely birdie himself sent me a couple of tins. I just have not gone back to anything else. Field does stock Cloud9 Cotton, so you can head over to the Vape Hut Malden. Do your Googling, Vape Hut Malden. They'll take you to his website, and he does sell Cloud9 Cotton. Phil, I don't know if you can throw into chat if you've got spare fingers, your website. So if people want it, they can head over there. So just chuck it in chat and go over there and spend some money. Next topic. I want you to know if you feel the same. I had this conversation with someone, and I can't remember who the fuck it was. It must have been about a month ago. And then somehow randomly, I don't know if you guys get this, I'll be driving and then an old conversation will pop in my head and I'll go, why did I say that? I'm going to go down that road. And then I started quizzing myself why I do what I do. This is all about DNA boards. I don't remember who it was. So if it's you in chat I was talking to, throw it in because that annoyed me because I couldn't remember who I was talking to it about. There you go. Before I get going, go over to chat. If you're on replay, this bloody mirror screen does my nutting. That is the website. Go get yourself some Cloud9 Cotton. And while you're there, pick up some Black Rose Elixir liquids. I was DNA boards and 510 Atty stands. That's what I want to have a quick chat with you about. And guys, jump in. If you think I'm wrong, please call me out, and we'll have a good discussion with it. If I'm building anything, let's just say normally if I'm building for a mech, so if I'm using it on a mech, what I do is I'm not going to build one now, but I'll just show you. What I generally do is I use an Atty stand. So this is from Scott Woods. This is his Atty stand he made for me out of wood. Beautiful bit of kit. Also, plug, if you want an Atty stand, head over to SW Projects and over on the, head over to him on Instagram and you'll be able to make you one. And there's also one for the giveaway, but we'll talk about that later. So what I generally do is I will put my atomizer onto here to then install my coils. The reason I do that, if I'm wrong, yet again, tell me that I'm wrong, because this is going to knock me live. I should really do this beforehand, but it wouldn't be my show if anything was easy. I run everything through the Odin 250C DNA board, because to me, I feel it's the most reliable and it's sturdy as fuck. So I will build on here. I will tighten down all the screws on here. Once they're situated, and I think they're in the best place, I will take it off there and put it on there to fire. Once I've got it glowing evenly, I'll take it back off that, put it back on this to make sure the screws are tight. And then I put it back on that, make sure it's good, wick it up on here, and then move it on to whatever. My reasoning behind this, the only reason I'm thinking is someone said you don't need to fucking do that, is I personally feel if you've got an atomizer on a 510 connector and you're wrenching down on screws, you might have a rather large coil. So you go for like 4-core aliens, or even just large aliens like a 24 alien. Um, when you screw down, that's putting a lot of tolerance on the 510 pin in here, which in turn could technically break your 510 pin on here. So my reasoning behind it was, if you put it on there, you're not going to break any internals, and then move it onto your DNA board. And that's only for firing and wicking and then checking ohms. And I remember talking to someone, and as I said, I don't remember who it was, and they said, why the fuck do you do that? It's just extra step. Just do it all on the DNA board. And I got told that it won't break the 510 connection because it's sturdy enough. My personal feeling was, just don't touch it, because if there's a chance of it breaking, I'm going to be the one who breaks it, or it's just not going to be it's not going to last as long as when you use something like an 80 stand. And even with this, when it's nice that if you could turn it around, it's more manipulative than doing it on this, where it can get a bit difficult. But if you set it square on the table, it's nice and sturdy. You've got nothing to worry about. Keeping them separate. Do you guys think that that is a correct thing to do, or do you believe that I am putting an unnecessary extra step into building? I'm just very intrigued, because apparently I've asked quite a few people. I'm the only one that I know that does it, and then was like, just build it on atomizer, or if you build it on a build stand, that's fine, but not for the reasons that I was doing it. But yeah, it would Phil saying, yes, agree, look after your stuff. See, that was my understanding. The less tolerance you put on something that can have a potential to break, like a 510 connection, because obviously you got the old springy pin in the bottom, and there's less chance of breaking a solid bit of wood with just the 510, the overall. It hasn't got any pins in it; it's just glued in there. There's less chance of breaking that than there is breaking that. And I'll say that, and I'll probably throw it over my shoulder. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting, because I was literally driving. I think I was driving back from work, and I was like, "Shit, do I do two extras? Do I do too many steps? Am I take because if I build, just say for instance, if I'm building like the Ripsaw or any RDA, I can take 40 minutes to build it, because I like taking my time, making sure everything's perfect. I know on build streams I do it in like 10, 15, but I don't think you guys would like to sit there, me literally like that, and then sit it down, drizzle it. Oh, I'm a nightmare with it. And even wicking takes me forever, because I like taking my time. But yeah, I was just very, very intrigued of what your guys' thoughts were. Mike Haynes saying, building is very much your own way. Mike builds on a stand. Dean T, I am doing the same thing, only for different reasons. What are your different reasons? I'll be really intrigued to find out, because it might give me more reasons to carry on doing what I'm doing. Grateful Ant, hello mate, how's it going? Phil doesn't use DNAs because he doesn't use mechs, but we all do different things, like Mike said. No right or wrong, personal preference, but I guess any steps you take to help look after your gear. Yeah, I wasn't trying to say that I thought I was doing it wrong, or someone was telling me I was doing it wrong. It wasn't that at all. It was just, I just found it very interesting, that the amount of extra steps that I put in place. I didn't even know I started doing it until we started talking about it. I just found it very interesting. It seems to be the couple of replies we've had. People are doing pretty much similar to what I'm doing, and yeah, I just thought it was kind of intriguing. And DNAs, that's a whole different thing with mech. I love DNA. I love my DNA. I've got another one. Well, the Mexa DNA, the SAT box of DNA. I just find them extremely reliable when it comes to reading ohms. Obviously, they're so sensitive that they will fluctuate through heat if they're cold, all that business. But if you learn to understand them, I find they're extremely reliable to making sure your coils, if you're building your own coils, so if you want it to come out at 0.112 and you're putting them in, it's 0.12, then it's fluctuating, or even if it drops down, you need to know that sort of thing. And a DNA is the best thing to do it. A couple of puffs on that, give it a minute, then transfer it onto your mech, and then you're good to go. Phil says, if I build, I really enjoy the whole process. I like to take my time and just enjoy it. For me, it's quite therapeutic in a way. Yeah, it is very therapeutic, but as Phil can say, I rushed the builds at his place because I didn't think people wanted to sit there for an hour watching me build. But I am very messy. Like, I've got my build area here, so if I build, my computer moves and I've just got a big table, I will cover the table in bits and pieces just to make sure that I have everything, and it's a whole mess afterwards. Then it's fun clearing it up and then being able to sit down and enjoy it. Dean says, I don't build on mods simply because I don't want to hit fire button on accident and burn cotton or my fingers. I don't worry, mate. I burn my fingers all the time. I don't know. That was from the first, see, two little ones here. That was 2 burns on the first build, a live, I think it was a pre-recorded build stream or a live build stream on here. Went behind the camera and just decided to stick my finger onto glowing coils. I've managed to kiss the dragon as well. That was great fun. I can't remember where I was. I think I might have been at home and had the OG recoil on a mech. Just stuck it in my mouth as I fired it. Yeah, burnt all the top and bottom of my lips. And I've done it again before a stream. I think it was an old Codename Wide episode that I burnt my lips on. And yeah, I'm prone to doing stuff like that. But yeah, it's just make sure that you don't hit anything. Because I've vaped just pure cotton and forgot to drip as well. And I've done that on a mesh deck as well. I think I was only vaping because my first rebuildable, as you guys know, was the OG profile. A couple of times, built it, loved it, and then I rebuilt it because I used to build it every day because I thought it was so much fun. And then forgot to put any liquid on it, and then just fired it up, and it was painful and very unpleasant. Sue Rugg saying he builds on the BVC stand. That's the bearded Viking Customs, if any of you don't know. And then dry fire for hotspots on a regulated or DNA device. If it's a tank, I will remove the deck from the device before threading everything down. Many steps, safety first. Yeah, so I thought I was, just the way the conversation went, I thought I was the only one or one of a few that does extra steps. But no, it's good to know that I'm not the only one. What do you mean? Don't worry, I don't want to burn my fingers. Yeah, I would say you do it once and you learn from it, but you really don't. I've done it quite a few times. Nicky Maynard, how's it going? Yeah, I am prone to doing it quite a few times, so I understand. Or just lock the device beforehand. But yeah, so Scott Woods would agree. Cloud9 is class. Right. So what we're going to do, we're going to take a couple of seconds to hear from one of our sponsors, just while I have a quick vape break. So sit back. It's only 20 seconds long, and hear from Anthony Romella. Would help if I press the button. That is Shake and Bake Media, or I'm Anthony Romella over on Instagram. All your social media, multimedia needs, head over to Shake and Bake Media and give him a shout. He's done my intro. He's done Across the Ponds, both Across the Ponds, both codename wise. Green Room, Fallout Fridays. He's done Josh's logo, Angela's logo. So he is prolific and he is an absolute gentleman. I don't know if any of you guys watched the last episode of Across the Pond, where Angela decided to have a thunderstorm and lose her power, and Josh was driving home, and I was on my own. So good old Anthony Romella and Duchess gracefully came in and gave me a helping hand till Angela came back. So yeah, if you missed that, go back and watch that. You'll see Anthony Romella. He's an absolute diamond, such a nice bloke, and yeah, go follow him on Instagram as I'm_Anthony Ramella, or hit up shakeandbakemedia.com. Also, our other sponsors, if you saw in the weight screen, is we have the Vape Hut. Let me get some pictures. I hate not having a mouse. We have the Vape Hut, which is on Bright's Path in Malden. They are a sponsor of the show, and they are the only seller of the Cloud Cartel coils. So if you head over to my website and you can't find the coils that you want, make sure you check out the Vape Hut, because they will probably have more. They will have more than me in stock. This man always makes sure he's stocked up on everything. And while you're there, you can pick up some Black Rose Elixir Liquids, which is our other sponsor, which is also made by the great Phil and Chrissy over at the Vape Hut. Their line includes Black Bess, Faust, and Carmilla, which I know a lot of people love and use. I'm currently running Black Bess inside the, I'm going to ruin the name again, but I don't get, temporal, whatever the name is. And it is outstanding. Oh, and also, if you would like, this is going completely off topic, but I don't care, because Phil's just said it. If you would like to meet Phil and Chrissy or myself, you can head over to the expo in October next month. No, a couple of months' time, October, Expo Birmingham. Phil and Chrissy will be there the whole time with their Black Rose Elixir liquids. I am only going to be there on the Saturday. I can't do the Friday or the Sunday, but the expo have asked me just to do the Saturday that I've got off. So if you would like to come over, I will be having a special sales on coils at the expo. I will be in the Modders Gallery with the lovely Gravel Throat. If any of you guys follow him on Instagram, and the Asian Kitten is going to be there as well. We've also got Johnny Overkill that's going at Temporal. There you go. Thank you, Dean. I fucking butchered that massively. Overkill is going to be there with a brand new showpiece, which is going to be interesting. As we all know, Overkill, it is going to be one fuck off device. So I look forward to seeing what they bring. So yeah, definitely come over and hit us up at the expo if you're there, and come say hello. It's going to be a good one. Apparently this year, or not this year, this expo is going to be nothing like the last one, which was a major podfest. This one's all about made in the UK. Lots of rebuildables. We've got there's so much going, so much liquid, so much rebuildable, so many calls. There's going to be cloud competitions. There's apparently going to be build-offs, which could be interesting. And there's bumper cars as well. So there you go. Phil's just dropped it in, bumper cars as well. So if you're struggling to get there, come over and drop me a message on Instagram. I'll see if I can help you out. Hang on, sorry, I'm just trying to get Mr. Sloan to ship over to you. Okay, no worries. We'll sort it. So, also, before I forget, if any of you are fans of... why am I really bad with names today? Fuck, Graham's Liquids. Oh, shit. It's gone. 2 seconds. I'm going to have to get the bottle just to have a look to see what this bloody name's called. Where is it? Oh, you penis. Have I lost it? Oh, I can't find it. If you liked Graham's Liquid that he done, Country Fudge, Manna Banana, Amatorium. There you go. That was it. If you like Amatorium liquids, cheers, Surug. If you like Amatorium, he is shutting down at the end of this month. All bottles are being sold for £7.77. So make sure you go over there and buy him out, because, mate, that banana one's outstanding. And Country Fudge. If none of you have tried Country Fudge, it is outstanding. One of the best fudge liquids I've had. It's a shame to see him go, but guys, let's help him out and go out with a bang and try and buy more bottles than he sold ever. So head over there and go show some love to Graham. Right, so we're at that time. I know we're only an hour in, but we're not finishing just yet. But we are bringing back an old section, and I'm going to need you guys to help out with this as well. So it is time for this is a part of the show where I need everybody to get involved as well. This is not just for vape-related products, but this is for people that we feel they don't even have to be companies. It doesn't have to be companies. It just has to be people. You can even throw influencers in there. I don't give a monkeys. What this is about is people that we feel deserve a shout out. And if you're watching this on replay or if you're watching this now live, go show them some love, give them a follow. So what I need you guys to do is in chat, throw in people that you feel that need and deserve a follow. It can be someone that blows glass. It could be a company. It could be a friend. It could be anybody. Chuck them in chat. And if you're in replay, keep your eye out down in open up chat. And if the links that are thrown in, please show some love. Go follow them and just say, I love what you do. Show them a bit of love because people put a lot of stuff, a lot of hard work into this thing, and a lot of credit is not given. I personally, I choose 4 a week, and I just give 4 shout outs a week. So my first one is Nick from Dripper Labs. This guy works so hard on producing a product and a website that is just outstanding. What he does is amazing. So please go over to @Dripper Labs over on Instagram, give him a follow and give him a like and show him some love. My next one, who's already in chat and talking away, is my toilet buddy, Matt, aka Sewer Rug. This guy is an absolute legend. I speak to him occasionally, a bit more recently. We had a conversation yesterday about toilets. That's just the way it goes. An absolute diamond geezer. Just an amazing person and always has a smile on his face and works really hard, plays just as hard. And I've never heard a bad word that comes out of this guy's mouth. So please go over to @sewer.rug. He has some amazing pictures of mechs, and please go show this guy some love. He holds a special place in my heart, as well as the next person, which is Seamus, aka @WeBabySeamus. So that's we.baby.Seamus over on Instagram. He's I've known him for a while as well, same as Sue Rugg. I've known him the same time. They have a show called The Mass Show over on the Wee Baby Seamus's YouTube channel. Sue Rugg, if you're in chat, can you throw the link to the channel into chat, please, so people can go and subscribe? They have some they have an amazing show. Wee Baby Seamus is an absolute diamond geezer as well. He's just one of the good ones. The same with Sue Rugg as well. So make sure you go him a follow. And I know Phil's probably always said my last one is Mike from Serendipity Liquids over at Wick Liquor. Just an all-round amazing guy and creates some amazing liquids. So go show some love to Serendipity Liquids over on Instagram, which is @Serendipity, and go show some love. I've seen you guys throwing shit in chat, so I'm going to scroll back up and we're going to go through them. So let's go. Not having a mouse is horrendous. Here we go. Shout outs. Mike, there you go. Mike from Serendipity Liquids. We have Black Rose Elixir for a shout out from Mike Haynes. We also have, and you have to go and check out Mike Haynes at globalactsofunity.com. It is Mike Haynes' charity that is an outstanding charity that also holds a special place in my heart. Go over there, read the story. It's a bit of a tearjerker, but you can see why he's doing what he's doing, and he's another amazing person. So please go over to this website. If it's on replay, it'll be in chat. Make sure you go over, give it a read, And if there's anything you can do to help, feel free to go over and give him a hand. Anybody else? Joe Pugs, his wife, she always checks in to see if she's doing okay. She's amazing. So Joe Pugs, his wife, go give her. We'll give her a massive shout out. Well done, Joe, for putting up with Pugsy. You deserve a medal. We've also got. I get a shout out as well. Thanks, Mike. And last to his missus for putting up with his mech addictions. I think we should also give a massive shout out to all our wives, our husbands, our partners for putting up with the plethora of shit we end up buying. I suppose on the upside, they do not have to smell manky tobaccos. They might get a sweet mango or another sweet liquid, but to put up with our new vice, a less harmful alternative to dirty, stinky cigarettes, I do deserve all partners deserve a massive shout out. Anybody else in chat? Shout out to Birdman from completing the Birdcage. Birdman is an absolute legend. He's like a brother from another mother. This man video calls me when he's like 4:30 in the morning his time, just to check up on me and my family to make sure we're all doing okay. Birdman's got a big heart, and I appreciate everything he does for me and the community. So big love to Birdman. That was a great shout out, Surug. Anybody else? We've got some good eggs in here. That is very true. Right. This is the link to the Wee Baby Seamus YouTube channel, where you'll find the MASH show, which is the Matt and Seamus show. It's just a great, humble show to watch. They're just two great fellas. You'll have a laugh. You can tell they're good friends. They don't have a bad bone in their body. So please go over, give them a subscribe, hit that like button, share it around to all your friends, and let's get them up into the thousands of subscribers. That's what we need to do. We need to get them up there with the best of them, because it is, if not my favorite show to watch, even though I don't get to really watch it live. I love catching up with the Matt and Seamus show. Right, we've also got I'll be here all night mentioning people. That's fine. We have Phil and his better half. We have Scott, Pugs, Nevin, Simon, and Anne, Sloan, Danny. Just so many to mention. That's why I love this part of the show, because anybody you could think of, just chuck it in. I think there's a lot of people out there that don't get the recognition they deserve. Everyone generally goes for the big names, the big hitters with the big subs, the big followers. But a lot of the smaller ones are producing better stuff, better content, and they put more effort in, and it's generally not their all-day job. So we need to show them some love. So this is why I love this part of the show. Has anyone entered the competition? There's so many people that have entered the competition, but we will be getting to that after this little section, because we're coming up to the end of the giveaway now. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. However, I am just an ordinary bloke, definitely not someone special. That's Mike. You are someone special, and everybody knows it. You're just too humble to admit it. Phil Sloan, shout out the comp buddy. Oh, I've already shouted you out, mate. What are you on about? So, massive shout out to Black Rose Elixir and the Vaping Hut for helping sponsor the giveaway as well. You really threw me massively there. So we was going to get to that. Fucking hell. Start having your mother in chat, innit? Jessica B saying, I wish we had people like you to look up to when I was at school, Mike. Because of you, there is less hate in the world. That's pretty amazing, in your opinion. I think it's all our opinions. I think we need more mics in the world and less haters in the world. So I take my hat off to Mike. Absolute legend. Phil saying, Mike, it's on his Instagram. Oh, okay. Just sub Surug. Thank you. Make sure you sub everybody. Right. So that is the end of the shout out. What I was next going to talk to you about was the giveaway. It has got a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I decided, well, I'm not going to bullshit you one bit. I ended up dropping it on Facebook as well. So it has gone bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is fun. The more people, the better. It is taken off something. It's taken into a world of its own. It is an absolute outstanding giveaway. It was originally just going to be a couple of pairs of coils and a liquid and a 80 stand, and then Phil out of nowhere sends me a box after I've had we had a bit of a to and fro, and this man is too giving. He ended up sending me a box, which 90% of what was on that picture came from Phil. There's liquids, there's tools, there's an arbiter, extra glass. We've got the whole line of Black Rose Elixir liquids. There's 2 pairs of coils. There's the one of one, which is in the garage. Imagine this: the Cloud Cartel out stand. It's a lot wider, and you've got a nice felt back. So Scott Woods was an absolute legend for making that for us. That giveaway will end. I will stop receiving participants within half an hour. No, an hour and a half. You got midnight. It stops. So at midnight it will stop, and tomorrow I'll be releasing the winner. I will be doing the winner live. I've decided to do it live on Instagram just to make it a lot easier for people. I've got a couple of ideas of how I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to be doing picking names for how that is going to be. It's going to be legit. All names are going to go into a program. We're going to run it. Whoever wins it, wins it. So hopefully it's one of you lovely creatures out there that wins it. Nicky Main, I saw us on the toilet having a pony. What have I missed? Shout outs. So if you've got anyone to shout out, throw it into chat. Surag doesn't wash the back of his knees. Oh dear. Right. So we are sort of coming to a semi-close of today's episode. I will quite happily run for 2 hours, but what I found is you guys have got lots and lots and lots to do. So I try and keep this show will now be smack on an hour and a half, because I think that's a nice amount of time. Anything over there, people lose the will to live, and then I end up just rambling on nonsense. So what we're going to do, 2 seconds, we're going to have a nice relaxing puff. So join me for a nice puff. Enjoy. Would help if I hadn't done it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. I'm just going to talk coils for a minute, and then we're going to go into some other little bits and pieces. I currently have 7 coils on my line. Duchess is always fucking late. You know it's going to happen. I have 7 on the line at the moment. There is going to be between another 4 and 7 going to be updated onto the website very, very soon. It's mainly the issue that I generally have is my sticker company are quite unreliable, but they produce what I need. So I am currently just waiting for labels to come in. They're all made ready to go. So hopefully within the next couple of days, they will be up on the website. So they will be MTL's coils that come in at a 0.8. I'm not telling you the other ones because I'm leaving them as a surprise. The Cloud Pro coils, the next set of 5, are currently in production. They are what I would describe as the rage build. Even more ragey than the micro stitched alien that I've currently got in the Wixbridge, which I'm not using at the moment. But they vape incredibly, and I've got to give it down to one person that's given me the advice I need to get them done. But yeah, so that they are taking me a while to do. It has taken me 2 hours to make one pair, so that they will be coming out very soon. But just hang on with me at the moment, because at the moment I'm doing silly bastard decided to take a uni course, so I've been trying to get that done, and just life in general. So please stick around. I will get them done extremely soon, and we can hit the ground running. Right. So what I'm going to do now, we're just going to run down and tell you some good news. What's going to happen as of next week? And he's coming directly on time. Codename Wired is back. Codename Wired is coming back bigger and better than before. We are keeping it on a Sunday, but you will have to wait until Monday to find out what day what Sunday it will be. It has been in. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry. Do you have a plan to build exome aliens? That is one that I'm currently working on because I've had quite a few people asking me about exomes, aliens that are suitable for exome. So they will be coming. I think I've pretty much got them down. I actually have an exome on the way. So I got gifted one from a very special friend, Mr. Vaping Jedi. He's gifted me a exome alien, an exome box, pure white one as well to go with my Stormtrooper Abyss, and I will be throwing on the black and white OG Recall. So I think that'll look good. So I will be doing them. Codename Wired. We've been in talks with it for a little while now. And it's all down. You can thank one person for pushing someone on the panel to making it happen, and that person is Mr. Surug. He has been on Dutch's and Jay's back, I think, from the day that we stopped doing the show originally, to bring it back. So we have finally decided that we are bringing it back. The reason it stopped was because of my work, and it wasn't making it possible. But thankfully, after a lot of hassle, managed to sort everything out, and we can come back. It's going to be the same, but different. I know that makes no sense. We're going to be a lot more structured. It's going to be a whole new format, and it's going to be an epic show. So I don't want to give away any more than that at the moment, but just make sure, keep your Sundays free and keep your eye on the codename.wired Instagram page. Duchess, as you are in chat, can you be a kind sir and I just kicked table and put the Instagram link into chat for me for codename.wired. Keep your eye on that because it will be posted on that, and all shows, every time we have a show coming, the notifications will go on them as well. But I am more than excited for Codename Wired to come back. It was a good fun show. For me, it was full of rage. It was full of ribbon wire, and it was full of stress, but I really enjoyed doing it. And two lovely people that I work with, Duchess, who's a bell end, but I love him to bits. He's like that brother you never wanted, but you have to love because he's not all there. But I love you really, Duchess. I love Duchess. Jay is an absolute legend. He is what I call the dinosaur. Anything vape related, no matter how old it is, I go to Jay. He knows what the deal is, and he is my sort of oracle when it comes to anything vape related. I know if I ask Jay, he doesn't even need to think, gives me the answer straight away, and he is also an absolute legend as well. So, on that note, go and follow KVTV online and Duchess_coils, and show them some love from me as well. So yeah, we've got that coming back. Also on the 12th, which is next Friday. So after this show next week, if you English people like myself want to stay up till 1 a.m., I'll be me, Duchess, and KVTVJ will be heading over to the green room with Frames Janklin and Sean Typhoon to do a alien speed build. So we have to go from nothing to decoring, wrapping aliens, installing them, and vaping them in a epic time trial. The interesting thing of it will be, it will be 1 o'clock in the morning here. So I'll be doing it. I'm actually be going into the Cloud Cartel headquarters outside, and I may piss off a neighbor so much that they might jump the fence and punch me in the face. So if anything, that's something to stay up and watch. So that is going to be an amazing episode. Duchess chat shit and he talks shit. So do I. so Jay, and we rip each other apart. So it will be a really good show. And whoever loses is just going to get their ass handed to them, which is going to be a good laugh. I expect it's going to be me, but we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, go and head over to Frames Janklin Vapor and over on the YouTubes and subscribe to his channel. Hit that notification bell, and when the green room starts, come over and watch me fuck up coils. It'll be a great show. James is an absolute legend. Sean Typhoon is the angry hippie, but he is also an angry hippie with a heart of gold. He's an absolute amazing bloke. So yeah, that could be a fun episode for you guys if you want to stay up that late. Oh, here we go. He's going to be shit talking to go. I hope that you're ready because I got my build station back. Yeah, I'll be ready. I just might be asleep. My plan is to drink fuck tons of coffee, so I might be wired to the hills. But that is going to be an epic week for me because you'll find out on Monday. So, yeah, next week we have also Across the Pond. So that starts at midnight. So technically Sunday morning. But that is with the Vaping Jedi, and Angela goes first. So if you want to stick around for that, I'll be all over the YouTubes next weekend. So I apologize for having to put up with my ugly mug for the whole weekend, and I apologize if I give you nightmares. So we are now at the end of the show. We are 1 hour 16 minutes in. This is another new section that I'm going to put in. Haven't made a bumper. There's another section starting next week. It was meant to be this week, but I haven't made a bumper for that either. So we'll save that for next week. So what I'm ending this show with is I bought the missus a book, a little tiny book. I will show it to you. I should really have brought it out with me, but I didn't. And I bet you I won't be able to find it. Here we go. I bought her this book, and I've been flicking through it just because I have. Scott, got to go to bed. Got an early morning. Sleep well, mate. Thank you for everything you do for me and the community, and hope you sleep well. This little book called The Little Book of Wisdom by the Dalai Lama. Yeah, I'm not a Buddhist, and I know lots of you aren't, but having a flick through, there's some very interesting shit in here. Some of them are just little quotes. So what I've done, and my missus will back me up, when I wrote down what I wanted to read, I just flick, stop, read the first thing that's on there. The first thing that read on there is going to be the ending to this show. So the quote, should we say, for this week, if it helps you, great stuff. If it doesn't, maybe next week's will, is a quote from the Dalai Lama. It says, "It is more important to look forward to the future than dwell in the past." I think that's quite fitting, especially for me, just because life throws you curveballs, and just keep moving forward. And all you Americans out there, what's that? There's that song, isn't there? Rodney Atkins. If you're going through hell, keep on walking, or something along those lines. But yeah, I just thought it was quite an interesting section. Takes a second to read. If it helps you, great. If you remember it and it helps someone else out, great. But what I've realised is the Dalai Lama is quite an interesting person. So next week, nice, very apt, Mike. Yeah, exactly. So I think this will be a new section. I will have to at one point make a bumper, so I'll try and get that done. Another new section next week, which, as I said, should have been this week, but that's going to happen next week. Is I'm doing positive news. So there's so much shit in the news at the moment. Oh my god, it is horrendous. So what I'm doing is it's not going to always be vape related. I'm going to find one positive, nice story. It could even be a funny story. Read it out to you, give you a bit of a giggle, give you the good feelings, and yeah. So it's going to be the positive news section. So that will be starting next week. Should have started tonight, but didn't get my finger out my arse, did I? So yeah. So that is it for me. Thank you so much to everybody in chat for putting up with me rambling, putting up with my bullshit. and showing me love and support. Remember, guys, you've got an hour and 10 minutes to add your names to the giveaway over on Instagram and on Facebook now. So drop your names in there. You might have a chance of winning a load of goodies. So what I'm going to say to you now is join me in the last two of the show, and then we will be ending. Just remember, guys, if you can't be good, be honest. Thank you. What do if I press the button?